I must admit, my friends, as much as I don't like Starbucks as a corporation for a lot of reasons, they're the only coffee shop that carries heavy cream. Okay, there are some small boutique shops here and there that often do have heavy whipping cream. There's one over in Harper's Ferry. It's absolutely fantastic. They carry heavy whipping cream. I very much enjoy real cream in my coffee. No sugar, just cream. I don't like going to Starbucks, though, because they're big, they're corporate, they're awful, they have a terrible history. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this. I think I'm going to start ordering Starbucks more than I already do from the New Republic. Starbucks to take down all pride decorations in disgusting cave to far right. The decision all but guarantees further attacks on LGBTQ people and culture. Yo, this is huge. What? Talk about winning the culture war. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bud Light effect is ripping through the marketplace. Starbucks has banned pride decorations in its stores halfway through Pride Month. The company's workers' union revealed Tuesday in a stunning cave to far-right anti-LGBTQ fury. I love how they describe it. There has been a wave of ultra-conservative pushback against companies that express support for equal rights. It started when Bud Light did a campaign with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney in March. But things really kicked off when Target displayed its Pride Swimmer collection. Target said it would pull back its Pride merchandise in response to the outcry. Starbucks is the latest to fall. I'd like you all to give yourselves a round of applause here. Starbucks is here. Kellogg's is next because we have this story from Newsweek. Kellogg's faces boycott calls after mascot poses with Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, the mascot posed with Dylan Mulvaney in a very obvious staged little spoof thing where Dylan goes, oh, I'm so scared. And it's like, it's a character. It is a performance. It is not real life. But anyway, people are calling for a Kellogg's boycott. That's next. But back to Starbucks. Starbucks Workers United tweeted, breaking. In the middle of Pride Month, Starbucks bans pride decorations in stores across the United States. Look at their be gay and organize is their avatar, their profile picture. Quote, for the last 2 weeks, Starbucks workers have taken to social media to report the company is no longer allowing pride decorations in store. The Starbucks Workers Union tweeted, the Starbucks out by me, to be completely honest, they don't have any pride decorations. Starbucks has always adopted a pro-LGBTQ stance, at least in public. This year, they even partnered with artist Tim Singleton to design a series of special pride-themed tumblers. But according to the union, the company has decided that all pride decorations must come down, even in unionized stores, where Starbucks normally argues it can't make sweeping changes without first discussing it with workers. I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to start ordering a lot more Starbucks periodically. Here at Timcast, we'll do a big Starbucks order. And I have to talk about this. Look, I talk about how I'm not a big fan. I would love to create a rival. But, you know, when it comes to it's really the heavy cream. I got to be completely honest. The ease of access and everything. It's that simple. But I've never been as so staunchly opposed to Starbucks as, say, like Disney or anything like that. But this right here, my friends, I got to tell you, I am going to buy more Starbucks, you know. And I'm saying like I think like 6 times we've done big Starbucks orders for the crew and everybody here just because it's simple and easy. But I think it's the right move. I think Starbucks saying, look, we're not playing this game. We're stepping back from this. I think we absolutely right now need to say to Starbucks, thank you. This is the right move. And here's the issue, right? You see how they try and frame this as if we are opposed to equality or anything like that. Well, I can't speak for all conservatives. I'm in favor of equality. I'm just not in favor of you trying to indoctrinate kids. And that's where things have crossed the line. I had absolutely no problem with pride flags in windows until you started putting these graphic books in schools and defending it. I had no problem with people celebrating their love for one another, but y'all show up in public naked and engaging in sexualized behavior like the White House just condemned. And now I'm saying, make it stop. No. Starbucks said, you know what? The market dictates. And that's the power right there. So when Mark Cuban says it's good business to get woke, why then, Mark, are all of these companies pushing back and abandoning these practices. Maybe it's because you're wrong. Here we go. They say, the union also noted this is not the first time Starbucks has failed to stand up for LGBTQ people, including its own employees. In October, some trans Starbucks workers found that their health benefit plan had changed, forcing them to pay out of pocket for certain treatments and causing them to lose access to certain providers, according to Starbucks Workers United. Starbucks had not replied to a New Republic request for comment by time of publication. It would be understandable for Starbucks to suddenly grow wary of overt pride displays, considering how bad the right-wing rage has become. Target stores in 5 different states received bomb threats over the weekend that had to be evacuated. Isn't that quite amazing how the New Republic manipulates, lies, cheats, and steals? They were evacuated, the bomb threats, not because of the right, but because of the left. The Washington Post's ridiculous headline that doesn't actually explain what's really going on. In reality, as they do go on to explain, the individuals who made the bomb threats are actually LGBTQ. The unknown senders said Target betrayed the LGBTQ plus community and are pathetic cowards who bowed to the wishes of far-right extremists. That's right. The New Republic lying. Surprise, surprise. You know what evil looks like? The left is evil. These people are, it's figuratively demonic. I always say figuratively because when you say demons, the media on the left will be like, they actually believe in demons. No, I am saying you represent malevolence. Lying, cheating, and stealing. Look at this. They're referring to the bomb threats as right-wing rage, when in fact the bomb threats came from the left. Incredible. But there had been no such fury directed at Starbucks, so instead, the company has prematurely caved to anticipated anger. In doing so, they have given so much more power to the far right. Now, homophobic and transphobic people know that their words and actions hold weight and that companies will run scared from them, and so they'll keep up the attacks. New Republic. You're on the wrong side of history. Starbucks, they're on the right side of history. Target, right side of history. And that's why the far left is screaming and threatening violence. It's the only thing they can do. Dangerous, unhinged psychopaths who lie. I mean, you can see it right here. When they say how bad the right-wing rage has become, and then reference bomb threats that were in fact made by leftists. Incredible, isn't it? It's right before your eyes what the corporate press and the left do. Lie, cheat, steal for power. No, I don't agree with it. I won't stand by it. So you know what? I'm a big Starbucks fan right now. But to be honest, you don't need to go to Starbucks. You should need to go to castbrew.com and buy our delicious, unique blends. Our Cast Brew coffee. We're just ramping up the new company. We're here to say no to these woke corporations. But you know what? The parallel economy may be doing its job. We launched Cast Brew Coffee. The Daily Wire's Jeremy Boring launches Jeremy's Razors as well as Jeremy's Chocolate. And we do this because if woke companies want to get woke, then we'll make alternatives. But then something happens. You had Seth Weathers launching Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer in response to Bud Light. And they got, I think, 50 million views? 50 million views on their ad. And he sold an absurd amount of beer. You see, I think companies like Starbucks are starting to get the picture. Bud Light sales collapse and new rivals emerge to fill the gap. Why would any one of these companies want to sacrifice their market share for any reason? Are LGBTQ people going to stop going to Starbucks? Perhaps. And this is where it gets interesting. It's the cost-benefit analysis of major corporations. And I assure you what likely happened is the consultants sat down and they said, how big is our LGBTQ market share? And they said 8%. Actually, probably 3%. But we're not just talking about the LGBTQ community. We're talking about liberals who want to support this as well. And they said, okay, how many customers will we lose if we pull these flags? I got to be honest. Most liberals probably don't really care, and they're not going to abandon Starbucks. They'll still buy your coffee. Okay, how many customers will we lose if we put the pride flags up? Well, look at Bud Light, 30% maybe, and you're going to have very serious issues in more suburban and rural areas. So Starbucks goes, okay, So there's no real benefit to putting up pride flags? Not that we can see. You're not going to lose the customers you already have. You're not going to gain any customers by doing it. You're only creating a divisive political issue. Okay, pull them. And it's that simple. Boycotts have worked. Congratulations. This one's big. Thank you, Starbucks. I will enjoy myself a cold brew with heavy cream first thing in the morning. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up tonight at 8 p.m. over at youtube.com/TimcastIRL. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all then.